Fine, good afternoon to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. Students, I hope by God's grace you all are safe. Pray to God for your health, for your parents and studies and everything. Okay? Students, are you watching online classes daily? So please watch online class. Okay. So till now I have completed chapter 1. So chapter 1 I have completed. So till now you didn't get the textbook. So I send all the book back questions. So book back question answers everything I send to your one WhatsApp group. I asked your WhatsApp number to send to me. So I'll create one. Already I have created one WhatsApp group. So in that WhatsApp group I have sent her that first chapter 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark and even 5 mark. All the book back question answers I have sent through it. So if it possible means take print out or Xerox copy. Otherwise by seeing your mobile phone you study it. Okay, so first chapter over. So when you are coming for this Thursday's interactive session class, you should thorough the first chapter. Okay, so please don't waste time students. Okay, so PDF of that your textbook also I sent through your WhatsApp. So those who didn't have the PDF, please go through it. Okay, so welcome to our today's online class students. So today we are going to study about chapter 2. Okay, so what's the title of your second chapter means data abstraction. Okay, so data abstraction. So, what do you mean by data abstraction? Have you heard this word data abstraction? So, in the last year 11th standard, that you have studied, isn't it? It is a basic concept of OOPS. So, what do you mean by data abstraction? So, data abstraction means immediately you come to know the definition. What's the definition you need to remember? So, essentially, it will display only the essential things. Okay, it will display only the essential things. It will hide all the unessential data. That is called data abstraction, isn't it? Okay. So this data abstraction is most important concept while you are writing a program or while you are introducing a new software or anything. This data abstraction is a most powerful concept. Okay, so who will be a programmer? The person who are writing the program is called what? Programmer, isn't it? So the programmer needs to know this data abstraction concept very thorough. Okay, so what do you mean by data abstraction means the programmer will treat the entire code as object. What do you mean by object? Are you remembering this object also you might have studied in the last 11th standard class. For example, you are writing one example program using class student. Then inside you are writing int age, int weight, float height. So age, weight, height, this and all we can call this what? Objects or attributes. Are you remembering? Okay. So this data abstraction concept, the programmer can treat each and every code as what? Objects. Okay, so that only the example they are telling. So even they can call a car, pencil, people, whatever things may be in a program, the programmer will call that as a what? Objects. Okay, whatever things we are there, the things we are calling as a what? Object. Okay, the person who are writing the program, the programmer need not to be worried how the code is implemented. Okay, so this what do you mean by this one means this, if you need to understand me, you should remember last chapter you have studied about interface, isn't it? So what do you mean by interface? Interface means it will display what the object can do, but it won't explain how the object will be implemented or something, isn't it? Same way the programmer will not worry where you are going to implement the code, but he needs to know what's the use of that code. For example, one software is there. Okay, so you are downloading the particular software, for example PDF scanner. So what's the use of PDF scanner? You can able to open the file in PDF, isn't it? So whether you will think how the PDF how the programmer will write the code in the PDF, how they are executed, that and you need to be worried, isn't it? Same way programmer will not worry how the program or code will implemented, but the programmer needs to know what's the use of that code. Understood? Okay. So mainly when they are using this data abstraction concept for example, they are going to design one new software. Okay, so they are going to design one new software. So if you are going to design one new software, a single person, whether a single person can able to design a single software? No, it's a very tough task. So in a companies, what they will do mean, they will divide a group of persons. For example, first one group will contain 5 members, second group will contain 10 members, third group will contain 6 members. Likewise, they will divide group of members. Okay, so the first group will do first part of the program as a software. Then that is module. Okay, then second group will go second module, third group will do third module, fourth group will do fourth module. At last, altogether they will combine all the group modules and they will create a final software. Understood? So that's the concept of modularity. Okay, so model, what do you mean by modularity? Splitting of a, or remembering last year you have studied splitting of large program into a small modules called modularity. That means for that one best example I used to say in the last year also. So one big detail question you are going to study, but you are feeling tough to study means what you will do? You will split into paragraph and paragraph wise. First you will study first paragraph, then second, third, fourth. Okay, at last you will join together and write a full paragraph question. Same way, in a software they are going to design means a single person can't able to do that. So they are splitting into a group wise. Each group will do each modules. Understood? Okay. Then, so important one more question. See, so dash is the representation of abstract data type. Classes. Okay, dashes are the representation of abstract data type. Classes or structures. Understood? That's the representation is important. One more question. Okay, this abstract data type representation is that classes and structures. Understood the introduction part? Okay. So that one just you read it from there, you will get one more question. Okay, abstract data type. This is very important 2-mark question. Okay, similarly first chapter you have studied subroutines function. Same way in the second chapter important 2-mark question is this two important. Define abstract data type and second one is define abstraction. Okay, very this is book back 2-mark question. Define abstract data type ADT. Then this is define abstraction book inside 2-mark question. Okay, listen. So what do you mean by abstract data type mean? So it is the first point you need to write. It is a type or class. It is just like a one data type. Okay, abstract data type is also just like a one. What do you mean by data type? So in the last year study, integer, float, character, etc. Likewise, this abstract data type is also a type. But here, so already you have studied, the programmer will represent, if abstraction concept means the programmer will represent everything as an object, isn't it? So here the object behavior is defined by set of operations. Okay, for example, you are going to add some numbers. So what what function you will write? Sum of. So what's the behavior of sum of function? So to sum the numbers. Likewise, here abstract data type is also a type. So whose object behavior is defined by what? Set of operations. Okay, this one you need to study, no other way. Okay, so this 2-mark question, this first 2 point. Okay, listen. So the definition of ADT, that this ADT will represent what operation, what you are going to do. Okay, this ADT will represent what you are, or it will define what you are going to do, but it will not represent how you are going to implement that one. Understood? So the definition of this ADT will mention what, how you are going to do, but it will not represent what operations you are going to implement. Understood? Okay, these 2 points, you need to write for which one? ADT. Okay, well, ADT is a what? It's a data type whose what behavior is defined by set of operations. Okay, so this definition of ADT only mention what you are going to, that means what operations you are going to perform, but it will not represent how you are going to implement. Okay, so this 2 point you need to write for what? The 2-mark question, define ADT, important question. Please note it down in your notebook. Okay, so what do you mean by abstract? So abstract mean, for example, so English supplementary story will be there, isn't it? Or hints development, for example, hints development. So hints development in your question paper they have given just hints alone. isn't it? Some words, important words, they have given us a hints. By reading the hints itself, you understood this is a story, isn't it? So that hints only we are calling as an what? Abstract. Even the hints is there. By reading the hints itself, you can able to understand what's the matter or what's the story. Same way, so it does not specify how you are going to implement. By seeing itself, you know what's the use of this one. That is called what? Abstract. Okay, so next is the definition of abstraction. This is the book inside 2 mark question. Okay, book inside 2 mark. What's the book inside? Abstract. Define abstraction. The process of providing only essentials and hiding the details is known as abstraction. This you have studied in last year also, isn't it? So what do you mean by abstraction? The process of providing only essential and hiding the background detail. Okay, the process of providing only the essential. So what do you mean by abstraction? Write it in a notebook. The process of providing only the essential and hiding the details is known as what? Abstraction. Okay. So in this chapter we have studied 2 mark questions. What are they? Abstract data type, define ADT, abstract data type, and define abstraction. Okay. So next, different ways to implement an ADT. Okay, how many ways are there to implement this abstract data type? Okay, so this and all you will study in later chapter. List, tuple, this and all. Okay, so list ADT. If a list ADT means it can be implemented using 2 types. What are they mean? Singly linked list and double linked. This and all just you read it. Sometimes they will ask for 1 mark question. Okay, okay. So the list ADT can be implemented using how many types? 2 types. What are they? Single linked list and double linked list. Okay, so next this and all they will ask for 1 mark question. Then stack ADT and queue ADT can be implemented using which one? List. List can be implemented using how many types? 2 types. What are they? Single linked list and double linked list. Same way stack ADT and queue ADT can be implemented using which one? List. Okay, so for example they are telling if a person is wants to drive a car. Okay, so last chapter also in interface and implementation you have studied same example. The person needs to drive a car, so the person need not to worry about how the engine is built, or what's the working of the engine, how the engine internally, how the engine will work, or what kind of things and all using for this tires. Okay, this and all the driver will not worry, but the driver needs to move the car or drive the car faster or anything. Okay, so this is a simple example, same interface example only. So for important 5 mark question. Okay, important 5 mark question. Okay, important 5 mark question is, so define ADT and define constructor and selector. So for that question listen, what are things now itself I am telling. For that question what are things you need to write means, first you need to write define ADT. Okay, define ADT. So last slide explain no, ADT definition you need to write first. Then put the heading abstraction. That definition of abstraction you need to write. Then next you need to start from here, this point. Okay, to facilitate data abstraction you need 2 types of function. Okay, so here are studying about data abstraction. So to implement this data abstraction or to facilitate this data abstraction you need 2 types of functions. Understood? To facilitate this data abstraction you need how many types of functions? 2 types of functions. Okay, so what are the 2 types of function mean? Constructors and selectors. Okay, to facilitate data abstraction what are the 2 types of functions? Constructors and selectors. Okay, so for 5 mark question you need to write first what you need to write? What? Define ADT, then define abstraction, then you need to write this one. To facilitate data abstraction you need 2 types of function. What are they? Constructors and selectors. Okay, this is the definition of constructors and selectors. Very very important 3 mark question. Okay, so if you saw the last 2 year question papers mean, you can see most of the question papers you can see this question, constructors and selectors. So same way first chapter you have studied no, subroutine function. Same way this constructor and selector is very important question. Okay, so for constructor and selector you need to write this two points with along with one example. Example you will study later. Okay, so see, so define constructor. What do you mean by constructor mean? So constructor is a one function. Constructor also a function. So construction will build abstract data type. Okay, construction always what? Constructor always you build the abstract data type. Okay, next thing, what's the first point? Constructors always build the, constructor is the function, that's the important thing. Constructors are functions. This constructor will always build the abstract data type. Okay, then so constructors will create a object. What's the second point? Who will create an object? Always constructors will create an object. Okay, so this object will contain different pieces of information. Understood? This object will contain different pieces of information. So what's for first point? Say constructors or a function, isn't it? So constructors will build the which one? Abstract data type. That's the first point. Then what's the second point? Constructors always create a object. Okay, so the object will always contain the information. So it will contain or bundling together different pieces of information. Understood? Okay. So next one is selectors. So constructors will build the abstract data type. Okay, but selectors, already information is there in the data type. Already you have created, just like a constructor, you have created a data type or created information or something. Now you are going to get the information from there or retrieving the information from the data type. For that you are using which one? Selectors. Understood? So selectors are the functions. Which one? Important point here, important word is build abstract data type. If you are not writing this word, means this answer fully wrong. Okay, constructors, which one is important? Build abstract data type. Selectors, which one important? Important word, retrieve information. So selectors are retrieving the information from the data type. Okay, so here listen, constructor bundle together different piece of information. So it will group different piece of information together. But selectors, see, extract individual, one by one only, it will individual get the information or retrieve the information from the object. Constructor, please different, mostly they will ask differentiate constructors and selectors. Differentiate means you need to draw the tabular column and you need to write. Okay, so selectors always will retrieve the information individual, one by one it will retrieve the information, but constructors not like that, it will bundle together different pieces of information. Understood? Okay, so one time you read it, what do you mean by constructor and selectors? Constructor means build the abstract data type, important point. Then it will create a second point, it will create an object and also it will bundle the different pieces of information, isn't it? But selectors retrieve the already information is there in data type, so retrieving the information from the data type. And also selectors, so extract the information individual pieces, not together, individually it will get the information. Okay, so 5 mark question important. The remaining this portion of the 5 mark question I'll come in the next class. Okay, so today what are the questions you have studied? Say define additive. So again and again I am telling, after completion of this portion session you should study very important question, expected questions. Define additive, 2 mark question. Okay, that 2 points you need to write. Then define abstraction, book inside 2 mark question. Then define constructor and selector or differentiate constructor and selector. This is book inside, book back 3 mark question. So 3 questions you have studied. So 5 mark questions also. 5 mark question you need to write this. What are the questions I said now? ADT, abstraction, then constructors and selectors. So remaining, this is the first part. Then remaining things I'll continue in the tomorrow's portion. Okay, so please don't waste time students. Again and again I am telling. So please study. So today itself, so put the heading, so today's date, put the today's date and write the heading. What are the things? Chapter 2, data abstraction. Then you need to write. What are the things you need to write in your notebook? ADT, define ADT. Write the 2 points. I explained, no, that 2 points. Then second question, define abstraction. That define abstraction, that question you need to write. Then, okay, then constructor, differentiate constructor and selector or define constructor and selector. So you write these 2 points in your notebook. Okay, so please don't waste time students. So anyway, I thought first chapter anyway you will be thorough. Thorough or not students? Please make it sure thorough. Don't waste time. This will be helpful for your annual exam. Don't waste time. Okay students, then remaining part of this 5 mark question I'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Thank you students, take care. So thank you students, thank you.